Lars, she said, as if she did not see he was weeping, you had better let me keep these children. What, mother? He gasped, trying to smother the sobs. I have been suffering for years, ever since your father took the cabin from their mother, and so have you. Yes, but I want to keep them here and make something of them. They are too good to beg. He could not speak, for now the tears were beyond his control, but he took his old mother's withered hand and patted it. Then he jumped up, as if something had frightened him. What would have father said of this? Father had his day at ruling, retorted the mother. Now it is your day. As long as father lived, we had to obey him. Now it is time to show what you are. Her son was so astonished that he ceased crying. But I have just shown you what I am, he returned. No, you haven't, protested the mother. You only try to be like him. Father experienced hard times, which made him fear poverty. He believed that he had to think of himself first. But you have never had any difficulties that should make you hard. You have more than you need, and it would be unnatural of you not to think of others. When the two little girls entered the house, the boy slipped in behind them and secreted himself in a dark corner. He had not been there long before he caught a glimpse of the shed key, which the farmer had thrust into his coat pocket. When the master of the house drives the children out, I can take the key and run, he thought. But the children were not driven out, and the boy crouched in the corner, not knowing what he should do next. The mother talked long with her son. While she was speaking, he stopped weeping. Gradually, his features softened, and he looked like another person. All the while, he was stroking the old, wasted hand. Now we may as well retire, said the old lady, when she saw that he was calm again. No, he said, suddenly rising. I cannot retire yet. There's a stranger without whom I must shelter tonight. He said nothing further, but quickly drew on his coat, lit the lantern, and went out. There were the same wind and chill without, but as he stepped onto the porch, he began to sing softly. He wondered if the horse would know him, and he would be glad if he came back to his old stable. As he crossed the house yard, he heard a door slam. That shed door is blown open again, he thought, and went over to close it. A moment later, he stood by the shed and was just going to shut the door when he heard a rustling within. The boy who had watched his opportunity had run directly to the shed where he left the animals, but they were no longer out in the rain. A strong wind had long since thrown open the door and helped them get a roof over their heads. The patter which the master had heard was occasioned by the boy running into the shed. By the light of the lantern, the man could see into the shed. The whole floor was covered with sleeping cattle. There was no human being to be seen. The animals were not bound, but were lying here and there in the straw. He was enraged at the intrusion and began storming and shrieking to rouse the sleepers and drive them out. But the creatures lay still and would not let themselves be disturbed. The only one that rose was an old horse that came slowly towards him. All of a sudden, the man became silent. He recognized the beast by its gait. He raised the lantern, and the horse came over and laid its head on his shoulder. The master petted and stroked it. My old horsey, he said. What have they done to you? Yes, dear, I'll buy you back. You'll never again have to leave this place. You shall do whatever you like, horsey mine. Those whom you have brought with you may remain here, but you shall come with me to the stable. Now I can give you all the oats you are able to eat, without having to smuggle them. And you're not all used up either. The handsomest house on Church Knoll. That's what you shall be once more. There.